And I got to apologize now. to all the Buccaneers.
You
fans
better.
out
That's
there.
damn right. You better apologize to my Buccaneers brethren. You better. You deserve it.
You
The host of
pick
the
'em.
show. Let's go. Get on the Bucks. They're going to the
you didn't-
divisional round, you
didn't
jerk.
pick 'em. I have. Look, I've been from time to time all year long saying we need to be giving the Buccaneers more attention. We need to be understanding what they're doing.
Right.
Baker Mayfield was unfairly overlooked and ignored, and he only got a one-year, $4 million deal. They kind of fell off late, which is what caused us to go with the better team. The better collection of players we thought was the Eagles. But the Buccaneers, led by Baker Mayfield,
Yeah. Still have some fight and some
a
feistiness
defense
in
that
them.
stepped up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, they played great last night, better than I thought they would based upon how they played against the Panthers and how they played against the Saints a week before. They kind of coasted down the stretch, but then they woke up, and they woke up in a big way. Will it be enough to beat the Lions on Sunday night? I don't know, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have their coach, they have their quarterback, they better pay him, because if they don't, someone else will. This is what I talk about all the time. When you play into January and all the other teams are home, or at least most of them are home, and they're watching these games, you see Baker Mayfield last night, and this guy's due to become a free agent. Damn right Tampa Bay better get this taken care of, and I'm confident they will, and I think he wants to stay. He told me after one of their wins, I'd love to stay.
Right.
I can't imagine him developing a wandering eye. He's going to be even more committed to sticking around because it deepens and strengthens the bond that he feels to the team and to the city.
Right.
And it's a great story. He's following Tom Brady. They went farther in the first year post-Brady than they did in Brady's last year. Chew on that, Tommy. Without you, they did better than they did with you. I'm not taking shots here. It's an objective
Tommy
fact.
and Aaron. Tommy and Aaron learned that lesson this year.
They went farther. Yeah, both Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Their teams did better without them than they did in the last year with them. And Baker Mayfield, I can't remember. We're not supposed to talk about our AP ballots. I think the betting is closed, though. I think Pete told me last week that you can't make those bets anymore, so who cares who voted for who? I guess they don't want if all the voters come out and say who they voted for, then we know who won the awards.
Right.
But Baker Mayfield should have been in serious consideration for Comeback Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And, he had great 2018. 2019 was a crap show in Cleveland, and he regressed. Bad coaching there. 2020, he was great. They gave the Chiefs a real scare in the divisional round. 2021, he injured his shoulder second week. That's a lost year. Last year was the Browns kept him for too long. He went to the Panthers. The Panthers were a mess.
Yeah, they screwed him.
He's shown us what he's been all along. He stays healthy.
Yep.
He can play at a high level. And kudos to the Bucs. And after what we saw, clearly the better team to go play the Lions is the Buccaneers.
Definitely.
The Eagles weren't ready to do anything.
No.
Buccaneers-Lions, an old NFC Central matchup. It'll be fun. We'll be there for it on Sunday, and it'll be fun. It's going to take a lot to go to Detroit and win, but the confidence, the real confidence that we saw last night from the Buccaneers, who knows what will happen on Sunday.
No, I agreed. And I'll say this too. They match up all right with Detroit. That's another thing here. They played each other early in the year. It was 20-6, but it was an interception inside the 5-yard line. That was a tip pass by Baker Mayfield that led to like a 6 or 7 yard touchdown drive for the Lions. They had a hard time moving the ball. Again, Detroit, we know it starts with their big running game. The one thing that the Bucs can do is they can stop the running game a little bit. Right? So that'll be interesting to see. And then, of course, we know Detroit, if you could throw the ball, then you can move the ball in Detroit. And Tampa, by all due accounts of what we saw last night and what we saw for the better part of the last half of the season, they can throw the football. Those guys are dangerous. They can protect the passer a little bit. So I certainly don't expect Detroit to just dominate the efforts here on Sunday. I think this is one where, Tampa matches up pretty well with this football team. So we'll see where it goes. But, you said it right. I mean, what they've done with Baker Mayfield and what they got going there, it's a pretty unbelievable story. Lose Tom Brady, $4 million quarterback, $80 million in the hole in the salary cap, a lot of young football players, right? Certainly went through a stretch during the year where you could have gone, well, they could pack it up and they started off strong, then they hit this lull, and you were like, well, okay, they're just not that good. They kind of fight back under Todd Bowles, end strong, win a playoff game. It really is incredible. It is, and a great showing last night by them. It was. They wanted to play. They wanted to be there. The stadium had a lot of electricity in it, and Baker Mayfield threw the ball awesome. His stats should have been, I don't know, you tell me. His stats probably should have been an extra 100 and something yards, right? I mean, Mike Evans dropped at least 2 balls that were probably in total worth 70-something yards, and he had 2 or 3 other drops that I think go for another 70 yards. So really, really happy for Baker Mayfield and the spot he's carved out for himself there in Tampa Bay.
Fun to watch, resilient, never gave up, bet on himself. The bet last year, he gave up like $4 million to make the trade happen to the Panthers. This year, he's going to make it back on the back end. Plus, he's making money in incentives. I think with each playoff, he gets more money.
Him and Jordan Love are cashing in right now.
It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch young quarterbacks who are kind of filling the void of some sketchy quarterback play from time to time. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.